Welcome to Every Coach Needs a Coach, the podcast for coaches of all sports and all age groups to learn from coaches and people they may otherwise never have the chance to meet. Today on See One, Do One, Teach One, we are talking about influence. We're starting a new week, and that means we got a new word. So the definition of influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. Put another way, as a verb, influence typically means to affect or change someone or something in an indirect but usually important way. So we as coaches can play a significant role in our players' lives through the sport that we coach. And oftentimes parents will tell me, you have no idea the influence you have had on her, meaning their daughter or one of my players. When I signed up to coach, I didn't do it to have an influence on the players. Like most of us, I think, I signed up to coach because I loved the game. I wanted to stay involved in it and I wanted to stay competitive. And I quickly realized that that plays a role. The bigger role and the more important one that I have taken more fully to heart is this idea of influence. So now when I'm asked, why do I coach? My answer is to have a positive influence on the lives of the athletes that I get to coach. That's now my answer. It wasn't that a couple of years ago. And I think that's it for a lot of coaches. I think we don't realize, even if you're coaching a third grade basketball team for 8 weeks or 10 weeks or whatever it is, you have a huge influence on those kids. So we'll talk this week about what influence is and how it happens. And a lot of it has to do with the time that we spend with the people around us. To talk quickly to it, I heard it phrased once that parents don't worry so much about who their kid's teacher is or their principal or their Sunday school teacher is, right? They worry about who they're hanging out with, who are their friends, right? When I wanted to go out somewhere in high school, my parents, the first question was, who's going? Because they wanted to know who I was hanging out with and who was going to be having an influence on me that afternoon or evening or night or whatever it was. So the people we spend our time with have an influence on us. We as coaches spend a lot of time with our kids. Sometimes it's more than their parents or their family or their friends get to spend with them in a day. So that's a topic that I'm excited to dive into with you. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Keep getting better every day.